Hey everyone, it's Michelle. Welcome back to the Dollhouse. I am sharing with you another midweek video where I am working on two more pieces for Alice's dream bedroom. And I'll admit, I struggle with this kit. I don't know that I think it has more to do with me. I don't do very well with written instructions. And I just could not figure out what they wanted me to do. I couldn't find the pieces that they were referencing in the bags that they were referencing. So I ended up making this my own way. So this is a little lamp that I'm working on here. And I'm actually happy with the way it turned out, the way I made it. But yeah, I could not figure out for the life of me what they wanted me to do or how they wanted it to come about. So the way I made it, looks cute, but it's definitely going to have to be glued to the floor because otherwise it's going to tip over, which is fine with me. I don't really mind at all. But that was one of the things I struggled with. It took me about 20 minutes or so to figure out how to put this together, and ultimately I didn't figure out how they wanted it put together, so I just decided to do it my own way. And I'm pretty sure I didn't use the right pieces. I think some of the pieces I used are meant for a candlestick or something that they want you to make later on. And that's another thing where I felt like they had it really, really complicated. So I might just make my own versions of those as well. The next item I'm making is a quilt for the bed. Now you can see the bed there. I had already made that. That was one of the first things that I made back when I first purchased this kit, which was quite a while ago. And I think made one or two pieces then, and then the kit got put aside and I hadn't worked on it very much. Even with this one too, the same thing. I don't know whether I used the fabric for something I wasn't supposed to, but I did not have nearly enough fabric. So again, I just decided to make this my own way and not worry too much. I had my own fabric, so I just used that as the base and then just stuffed the top of it and with the cotton fluff that they give you for it, and I think it looks just as good, so I'm not really worried about any of it. And maybe that's the fun part about these kits, is kind of making them your own as you go about, so that you get to customize them anyway. You can do them, of course, if you're great at following written instructions, and do them exactly how they're showing you, but that is not my skill set, so I just go ahead and work with them as best I can. And the quilt, though, I was really happy with the way it turned out. I probably would pick different fabric myself if I was doing something like this, but it did give me some really fun ideas for when I am working on my the dollhouse renovation and making the bed and different ways to make quilts and things like that, because I really would like to do something colorful and fun. And I think that this is going to be a nice technique to do that with, like fabric quarters you could get, or fat quarters rather, from the fabric stores. You can find those, or just scraps if you're somebody who sews. And I think that you could really, really have some fun with making yourself some quilts and covers and things like that. So doing kits like this, I think, gives you some different ideas on how to put stuff together or materials to use. Like I know with the lamp, they had beads that they were using as embellishments. So it just gives you, I think, some great ideas as starting points going forward. But for me, I just have to not worry about doing things exactly, which really isn't a problem for me. I really don't care if I do something the way it's meant to be done, as long as in the end I'm happy with the results. I don't seem to care too much. I am impressed with the glue that they include in these kits, though, because it does really hold. It almost feels like it's a Fabri-Tac or a Fabri-Fix or something like that, and it really is something that holds grips quickly and seems to hold all the pieces together nicely when it really doesn't feel like it should. And yeah, so I'm really happy with the glue and the quilt and the way this turned out. So you'll get to see me finish this up, and then I'll show you the pieces that I have made once I'm all done. So here you can see me just making sure that it all fits onto the bed the way I wanted it to. I'm probably going to glue everything down so that the comforter looks a little more finished, but overall I'm really happy with how it turned out. And this is it along with the pillows and the lamp, which I think is going to look really nice in the room. So I hope you enjoyed this little midweek video and that it maybe gave you a little inspiration or just something fun to watch and have a little you time while we enjoy our miniatures. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.